Lego bricks have come in all kinds of colors throughout the years. You got your red ones, your blue ones, your purple ones, and many other basic colors. But when you're building with Lego, like with dating, it's important to know what your options are. So today I'm wondering,
How many are there?
404. There's 404 of them. To help explain why there are so many, I bought a periodic table of the Lego colors made by a company called We Love What You Build. This is by far the most nerdy thing that I own now, which is surprising because I do have a Baby Yoda succulent. I do like the design of the board here, and I like the variety in parts used to represent the colors. Each square lists a color's Lego ID, Bricklink ID, and years of production. There's some other info, like whether it's a warm or cool tone, but that feels like extra fluff. Though it does make the thing look more complicated and nerdy, which apparently I'm into. According to this table, there are 65 colors. One thing that you'll notice is that this is version 2 of the periodic table, and that this is the 2021 version. Which brings me to an important point. LEGO is constantly creating new parts and removing old ones. Just this year, we got a new color in the city line being a sort of lime yellow color. That color doesn't show up in the table because it didn't exist until recently. Oh well. Another note is how some colors have been replaced over the years. The table shows light gray and dark gray, but these colors have infamously been replaced by what Bricklink refers to as light bluish gray and dark bluish gray due to their more bluish hues. I mentioned Bricklink. If you don't know, Bricklink is an online marketplace for Lego stuff, and as such, it kind of acts as a catalog, and that includes Lego colors. Now, for whatever reason, Bricklink uses different color names than Lego. Taking the grays from earlier, for example, what Bricklink calls light bluish gray, Lego calls medium stone gray. Dark bluish gray is dark stone gray. Now, both Lego and Bricklink agree on reddish brown, but what Bricklink refers to as old brown, Lego calls earth orange. Bricklink has a pretty comprehensive list then, so let's see how many colors they have. Oh boy. There's a few groups that help break this down. There's solid, transparent, chrome, pearl, satin, metallic, milky, glitter, speckle, and modulex. The solid colors make up the majority. These are your standard colors, although this number also includes some niche colors such as Fabuland Orange and Fabuland Brown. Transparent colors are ones that let some light through, kind of with a tint. Most of these colors are still in production today, but there is a group of colors that were introduced and dyed with Clickets in 2006, a sub-theme that was all about building jewelry. The chrome category is pretty small, and all of the colors have been discontinued except chrome gold, which seems to only still exist for this piece from The Lord of the Rings, or Shang-Chi. Chrome black is possibly the rarest color, only coming in an exclusive Darth Vader promotional set for the 10th anniversary of the Star Wars theme. And then they never did anything else with the color. Then we have the pearl colors, most of which came and went with Bionicle. One of them, Bionicle Copper, only came in a promotional set featuring 2 Bionicle masks in this special color. Again, Lego, why are you putting new colors in promo sets? Why would you do that? Next up are the satin colors. These colors are slightly translucent and very shiny. All of these were first introduced since 2020, so this is a newer process for LEGO. The metallic colors only have 3 entries: metallic silver, green, and gold. These are shiny colors that reflect light in a way that makes them look metallic. Milky colors are pretty much just variants of glow-in-the-dark pieces. Glitter colors are variation of transparent colors, and all I can say is that I'm glad that these pieces don't flake off and leave glitter everywhere. Then we get to the speckle colors. Outside of speckle black silver, these were all pretty much one-off colors for specialized armor pieces, such as black gold, which was made for this one figure in Atlantis. And last, and certainly least, we have the Modulex category. Modulex was a product in the 60s that LEGO tried to introduce to be an easier system for architects to build models and scale with real-life projects. This strange experiment didn't catch on, which is why you never hear about it today, except for obscure YouTube videos like this one. They also had different color mixes for the pieces, which explains why there are 37 colors in this category. So many for something so obscure. Now, adding all of these numbers together, we get the total for Bricklink's color count, 190. But the video isn't over. There has to be more to the story. Yeah. Like I said, Bricklink doesn't use LEGO's color names, but another fan site, Brickset, uses data directly from LEGO to create their color list. Sorry, colors. Brickset divides the colors in two different ways, by color family, color family, and by type. By type is similar to Bricklink's categories, but by color family makes for some really pretty pages. The total of the color families is 195, which is 5 more than Bricklink has. It is interesting to note that Brickset notes that they exclude Modulex, so while the totals are close, there's actually about 40 colors different between the two sites. I don't want to find the differences, but if you want to, that is a choice that you can make. Brickset does have an unknown category where they just kind of lump in all tricky pieces rather than screwing up the system. That's probably good. Like, what do you do when you have a piece that has more than one color? Enter Ryan Howerter. If you've spent time on Brickset, you may have seen the name Ryan Howerter, who has kind of become a LEGO color historian. Back on the color page, Brickset links to possibly the greatest thing that Ryan has ever done for this video. Ryan's color list. This chart combines basically every source for colors, and it lists so much detailed info about each of them. There's also a button at the top to show all the LEGO group colors, and if you click it, there's more. There's so many. There's so many. Most of the expansion comes from multi-combination, which is how LEGO refers to multicolored pieces. I guess it works. I guess. Thank you, Ryan, for your contributions to the LEGO community and also this video specifically. So to answer the question posed in the title of this video, there are 404 LEGO colors. That's a lot, and probably not the most useful number. If you want a more useful number for doing builds, maybe you use Bricklink's 190. Or Brickset does have a list of currently in production colors, and there's 68 of them, which is almost nice. Still though, in all of these colors, LEGO doesn't have a perfect match for Crayola Cerulean, so there's still some room for growth. Nope.